What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic of More. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And I want to clarify why Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn was moved back. Most people speculate that it wasn't a hand injury, and I agree. It wasn't a hand injury that set this fight back. You know, people accusing Crawford of ducking, being overrated. They waiting for any reason to strike on Terence Crawford. And usually you get that for a fighter that's decorated, and especially on that coincidental list. We know what we talking about. You know, people who know what I'm talking about. But what happened was, obviously when Pacquiao was pulled from that card, that was the selling point for the card. Obviously, ESPN didn't have it in the budget to pay for the main event, which would have been Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn. So how it goes down is this: when you have an event, I know I explain this a lot of times. We got a lot of new people to the page. When you have an event, the network actually pays for the main event. So ESPN, CBS, Showtime, HBO, they'd be like, okay, Bob Arum, here goes $5 million, just hypothetically speaking, for Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn. However you want to split it up. Off the rip, the promoter taking probably $1 million at minimum off rip. So that's $1 million down to $4 million. So then he probably said, okay, I get 1.5, to Terence, and I give, 1 to Jeff. That's 2.5. That's 3.5 gone right there, So he got what? 1.5 left. So out of that 1.5 left, just hypothetically speaking, in this situation, he might use it for the undercard. That's how they usually do it. Pacquiao and Alvarado, I don't know how they was gonna do that. How they was gonna give Manny Pacquiao the money that he think he deserved he have, but this is just a hypothetical scenario. The 0.5 probably goes to the undercard, the $500,000, and then Bob might pocket another $1 million. So that's how the promoter, that's how usually fights break down. The main event the network pays for, then the rest goes under. But remember, this was a pay-per-view event originally. This was one of two pay-per-views that ESPN Top Rank was going to be doing. When Pacquiao pulled out the event, it made it it wasn't going to go on. Obviously, ESPN wasn't willing to pay Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn to come on today. They network. They wanted to go the pay route. They wanted to go pay-per-view. And now you're looking at the situation with Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford. Now, people don't understand. I have the article. I linked it in there yesterday. I'll relink it in this one as well. If I forget, just ask. Now, this fight will exclusively be streamed on the ESPN Plus app. As part of the ESPN Plus app is a $5 subscription that has cricket, Major League Baseball games and stuff of that nature. This fight will exclusively be streamed on the ESPN Plus app. It says it right in this article. I'm going to link in the description. It will not be on regular ESPN. It will be exclusively streamed on the ESPN Plus app, and you have to keep saying that to certain people. It won't be on regular ESPN. Obviously, ESPN don't want to open up the budget and pay for Terence Crawford, for whatever reason it may be. Maybe, I don't know why. But it will be 12 other fights streamed on the ESPN Plus app as well. And it just seems that maybe ESPN don't want to put the money into, Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn into boxing. They say this is similar to something that Frank Warren does with Box Nation, whatever somebody said in the comment section. So, like when they announced the ESPN Top Rank deal, before I close this, they said that Top Rank may come up with their own platform like Box Nation, where it be subscription for their in-house fights for boxing. And I think this is part of the answer to that. Is ESPN Plus app. But yeah, it wasn't the fact that Crawford was scared or he really was injured. It was the fact that with 5 weeks left, there was no official announcement. There was no plan B. Obviously, Bob was going back and forth with Pacquiao, also ESPN. And when Pacquiao wasn't part of the thing, ESPN probably advised him it would be a good way to move it back. Since the tickets I don't even know if tickets even went on sale, but they had the Nevada State Athletic Commission picked a committee, they picked an official. So, with 5 weeks left and no official announcement of a fight, and probably I don't even think they sold even tickets for the tickets even went on sale for the fight. It wasn't enough time to really, do this fight. Maybe Bob went to ESPN and asked them to air the fight. They said, no, he could be a part of this ESPN Plus app. We don't have it in the budget for Crawford. And it's nothing new for Terence Crawford. HBO didn't have the John Molina date in the budget for Terence Crawford. The only reason he got the John Molina fight on HBO is because, Danny Jacobs and Triple G got pushed back to March. So they gave the date to Terence Crawford. So I find it funny they find money for Lomachenko and his bullshit-ass fights, but they don't want to pay for Terence Crawford. And if Crawford don't feel some type of way with this, being part your fight on your big fight, your third title in 3 different weight classes, after coming off an undisputed win. Being on an app, being a guinea pig or a beta tester, he's just probably happy with the situation. You can't get mad at this. This is really beneath both of these fighters. Both of these fighters should be on network television. Even they gave Jeff Horn versus Gary Cochran a television date on ESPN. So maybe ESPN is just cutting the budget. They are, firing a lot of people, but y'all know what it is. TBC and more. We out.